In the turbulent skies over Europe during the early years of World War II, the battle for survival and dominance was not only fought with strategy but with courage, skill, and unwavering resolve. Among the many young men who answered the call of duty, one pilot would rise to embody the spirit of a nation under siege. Flight Sergeant James "Ginger" Lacy, a fiery-haired, determined young airman, joined the Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve in 1937, unaware of the trials that lay ahead. At the same time, across Britain, engineers at Hawker Aircraft were designing a fighter that would become legendary, a plane that would define the skies during Britain's darkest hour. This plane was the Hawker Hurricane. Rugged, reliable, and remarkably easy to fly, the Hurricane would become the backbone of the Royal Air Force, serving as a weapon, a shield, and a symbol of resilience. In the hands of men like Lacy, it was more than metal and wings. It was a lifeline, a guardian, and a partner in a battle where every second in the air could mean the difference between life and death. Together, man and machine would face the enemy with extraordinary courage, forever leaving a mark on history that would never be forgotten. James Lacy, affectionately nicknamed Ginger for his striking red hair, grew up with a fascination for flight and an unshakable sense of duty. By the time he reached adulthood, Europe was on the brink of conflict and the clouds of war were gathering over Britain. In 1937, he joined the Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve, a decision that would set him on a path of heroism. The training was grueling, the expectations high, but Lacy's determination was unwavering. Every maneuver, every flight, every drill honed his skill, preparing him for the battles that lay ahead. The young airman was not only learning to fly a plane, he was learning to survive in an unforgiving environment where split-second decisions could determine life or death. Around this same time, Hawker Aircraft was developing a fighter designed to dominate the skies, the Hurricane. Its sturdy construction, excellent handling, and firepower made it a revolutionary aircraft, capable of withstanding battle damage that would cripple other planes. When Lacy finally took to the skies in his Hurricane, it was a perfect marriage of skill and technology. This was a man and a machine destined to change the course of aerial warfare, together facing the unimaginable challenges that only war could bring. The first taste of combat came for Lacy over the skies of France, where the realities of war struck hard and fast. The roar of enemy aircraft, the flashing of gunfire, and the constant threat of death became the new normal. Lacy, now fully trained and armed with his trusty Hurricane, quickly proved his aptitude for aerial combat. His focus was unshakable, his reflexes razor-sharp, and his instincts honed through months of rigorous training. Each engagement tested not only his skill but his courage, as the sky became a battlefield of life and death. Lacy shot down enemy planes, each victory a testament to his precision and bravery, each escape from danger a story of survival. The Hurricane's resilience and handling allowed him to maneuver with agility, even when facing superior numbers. In these early battles, Lacy's reputation began to grow. He was a young pilot, yet his courage and skill in the face of overwhelming odds marked him as exceptional. The skies of France became a proving ground, not only for the Hurricane but for the man who would come to embody its legacy. These first victories foreshadowed the heroism that was to define him throughout the war. By 1940, the skies over Britain were ablaze with conflict. The Luftwaffe, confident in their power, sought to crush the Royal Air Force and pave the way for invasion. It was here, amid swirling clouds of smoke and tracer fire, that Flight Sergeant James "Ginger" Lacy and his Hawker Hurricane became symbols of defiance and resilience. The Hurricane, though not the fastest aircraft of the era, proved to be reliable, maneuverable, and formidable in the hands of skilled pilots. Lacy flew mission after mission, facing waves of enemy fighters and bombers, each sortie a test of courage and nerve. Time and again, he returned from combat unbroken, even after surviving several crash landings that would have ended lesser pilots' careers. His determination to continue fighting was unwavering, and his skill in dogfights earned him recognition from comrades and superiors alike. The Battle of Britain was not just a battle for territory, it was a battle for survival, for national pride, and for the very soul of Britain. In these skies, Lacy and the Hurricane worked as one, defending their homeland with relentless courage, leaving an indelible mark on history and proving that heroism often comes from ordinary men rising to extraordinary challenges. September 15, 1940, would be remembered as a day that epitomized heroism, skill, and the unyielding spirit of the Royal Air Force. On this decisive day of the Battle of Britain, Flight Sergeant James "Ginger" Lacy faced an overwhelming number of enemy aircraft in the skies above southern England. The roar of engines and the echo of gunfire filled the air, yet Lacy remained focused, navigating the chaos with unmatched precision. In a single day, he shot down 4 enemy planes, each maneuver demonstrating his remarkable skill and calm under pressure. These victories were not just numbers, they were lifelines, safeguarding the men on the ground and bolstering the morale of a nation under siege. Lacy's courage inspired fellow pilots, proving that even in the face of overwhelming odds, bravery and determination could turn the tide of battle. The Hurricane, resilient and responsive, allowed him to execute daring maneuvers that few could match. This day solidified his reputation as a fighter pilot of extraordinary talent, leaving a legacy of heroism that would be celebrated long after the skies fell silent. September 15th became a symbol of Britain's resilience, a day when ordinary men achieved the extraordinary. As World War II progressed, the Hawker Hurricane continued to evolve, adapting to new threats and new theaters of conflict. Originally designed as a day fighter, it was modified to serve as a night fighter, equipped with radar and enhanced firepower, including cannons capable of challenging the enemy at greater distances. Its versatility allowed it to operate not only over Britain but across the deserts of North Africa, the jungles of Burma, and the skies above Europe. Pilots like James "Ginger" Lacy saw firsthand how this sturdy aircraft could endure damage that would ground other planes, and how it could deliver devastating firepower when skillfully piloted. The Hurricane's contributions extended beyond combat. It became a training tool, a symbol of hope, and a reminder of technological ingenuity meeting human bravery. Lacy, experienced and battle-hardened, adapted with the Hurricane, mastering new tactics and teaching younger pilots how to survive and succeed in an ever-changing aerial battlefield. Together, man and machine proved that innovation, resilience, and courage could overcome even the most formidable enemies, cementing the Hurricane's place as one of the most significant aircraft in the history of aerial warfare. In 1943, James "Ginger" Lacy was sent to Burma, far from the familiar skies of Britain, tasked with a critical mission to train a new generation of pilots to fight the Japanese. Here, his experience, skill, and hard-earned wisdom became invaluable. Lacy worked tirelessly, teaching young aviators not just the mechanics of flying, but the strategies and instincts that could mean the difference between life and death in combat. The jungles and mountains of Burma presented unique challenges: unpredictable weather, dense terrain, and a determined enemy. Lacy's ability to adapt, his patience, and his calm under pressure made him an exceptional instructor. His Hawker Hurricane, though aged compared to newer models, remained a trusted tool, demonstrating to trainees how skill could maximize the capabilities of even older aircraft. In this remote theater of war, Lacy's influence extended far beyond his own victories. He shaped the next generation of pilots, passing on the courage, discipline, and resilience that had defined his career. By preparing others to face the dangers of aerial combat, Lacy ensured that the legacy of the Hurricane and the men who flew it would continue to make a difference in the skies long after the first battles were won. On February 19, 1945, Flight Sergeant James "Ginger" Lacy achieved his 28th and final aerial victory, a milestone that marked the culmination of years of relentless courage, skill, and dedication. Every sortie he flew had tested him, every dogfight had demanded his full focus, and every decision in the air had carried the weight of life and death. Yet through it all, Lacy remained resolute, guided by experience, intuition, and the trust he placed in his Hawker Hurricane. These final victories were more than personal achievements, they were contributions to a larger effort, helping secure the skies and ensuring that Allied forces maintained a strategic advantage. Lacy's career was a testament to the importance of determination, training, and technological innovation working in harmony. His exploits inspired fellow pilots, elevated morale, and reinforced the critical role of the Hurricane as one of the most effective aircraft of the war. By the end of the conflict, Lacy had not only cemented his place in military history, but had also shaped the course of aviation warfare, demonstrating that courage and skill could tip the scales even against overwhelming odds.